If Spy is your brand and you're looking for new snow goggles, stick around. I want to tell you what the best of the best is. Hello and welcome. I am Eyeglass Tyler, or right now, Snow Goggle Tyler, because I'm super clever. Right now, I'm going to go over our top picks from Spy for their snow goggles of 21 and 22. Now, before we get into the lineup and go into each one of these individually, let's do a quick recap of what to look for in frame and lens tech and what we will find in all of these goggles. First, let's start with frame tech. So the frame part of the goggle that you want to make sure that you're looking for is a good triple layer face foam. What you get with triple layers is you get a layer for structure, you get a layer for ventilation, and then that outermost layer, the layer that touches your face, is going to be a micro fleece that is going to help wick away moisture, be nice and comfortable for the entire day, and help to minimize fogging. That's also going to be what the ventilation part of the foam does as well. But I think that something that's super important to look for in really anything for your day on the mountain is something that allows you to stay out as long as you want to. For most of us, it's not super easy to get onto the mountain, and so anything that's going to prevent you from staying out as long as you want is something that I think should be avoided. Another thing that you're going to get in all of these and you want to look for is a nice adjustable silicone lined strap that is nice and helmet compatible. I think we're well beyond the point when we think that only nerds wear helmets. Everybody should be keeping their brain safe, especially when you want to charge as hard as you probably want to charge down the mountain. Another thing that you want to look for is a nice wide field of view. You want to have the widest field of view possible so that you can be as safe as possible while bombing down the mountain. All right, now let's get into lens tech. When it comes to lens tech, when you're talking Spy, you get the Happy lenses, which is an amazing lens tech. It's going to help to boost contrast, color perception. Also, it helps to elevate mood and awareness. So all really awesome things to have on the mountain. Also a really solid anti-fog coating. Yet another thing that is going to allow you to stay out on the mountain as long as possible. You get all day clarity, even when you break a sweat. Also interchangeable lens system so that you can swap lenses easily, even on the go. All of these are nice and easy to swap lenses and come with a bonus lens. A good lens for bright light conditions, a good lens for low light conditions. While we're talking about lenses, we have to talk about prescription, right? I mean, we are SportRx after all. We have this amazing insert system that goes inside the goggle, holds your prescription lenses so you don't have to fuss with jamming your nice, expensive glasses inside your goggle, maybe breaking them, definitely them fogging up because that's not what they're made for. Also, you don't have to suffer through contacts. For some people, it works well, but we all, I think, can agree that they are going to potentially dry out definitely faster than your eyes would on their own. Because of the cold weather, usually it's dry, at least here in Southern California. And so again, something that might prevent you from staying out as long as you would like. This insert system is amazing. I will tell you, I can't live without it. So definitely check that out. If you didn't know it exists, reach out to us. We'll tell you all we know about it and all you need to know about it. If you are ready to order at the end of this, because I've told you about the best goggles there are from Spy, don't forget about SportRx. Definitely don't forget about our See Better guarantee, because with that, you're never stuck with something you don't like or just doesn't work for you. You have as long as 45 days with them, even if you get them in prescription. We take care of you no matter what that means. All right, let's get into each one of these. First up, we have the newest addition to the Smith lineup. This is the Marauder Elite, and honestly, a very exciting frame. I think the first thing that you notice, I said frame, what I meant was goggle. We know what I meant. It's fine. One thing that I notice about this first and foremost is it is a tank. This thing feels like a beast. Really solid, really good construction, a lot of lens. This is a toric lens shape with their ARC Tech or ARC accurate radius curvature. That is going to give you a little more lens thickness in the center, and then it tapers out as you get to the outer corners of the edges, which is going to help to prevent distortion and increase clarity. They also utilize their deadbolt lens change system, which is super friggin' easy to swap lenses out. You just have these little levers, and then you have a spot for you to get your hand in there, and then the rest of it is held on with magnets, and very strong magnets, I might add. to help center it up and get it in place, and then you just lock it down. Super easy, super simple. They use their Rise ventilation system, which is the venting on the top of the goggle, which is going to help with snowpack on the top of the goggle from making the foam get all wet, and then that kind of defeats the purpose of ventilation, because then you're pushing air through wet, soggy foam, and then you're going to get a whole bunch of fogging on the inside of the goggle. So you definitely don't want that. They also use their Dry Force fleece to help wick away sweat. And this has a fully rimless design, which is super clean. You can't see any bezel around it. Really solid style. You can't go wrong. And if you aren't familiar with what toric is, and you know what cylindrical versus spherical is, toric gives you curvature this way. So you get the performance of the cylindrical lens, which is a super wide field of view, but then you also get the curvature in the vertical, which gives you better optical clarity. Really solid design. And next up, we have the ever classic Marshall. If you are familiar with Spy, you know the Marshall. It's been around for a long time and still an amazing goggle. It was actually inspired by the look of fighter pilots' blast shields, so that actually makes it way cooler now in my mind. One of the Spy's most universal goggles, works for practically everyone and continues to be a huge fan favorite. And like the Marauder Elite, the Marshall also uses that ARC tech or ARC tech, but in this case it is in a spherical lens, which is going to mimic the geometry of your eye to reduce distortion and fatigue. Really and truly the best optical clarity that you can get out there. Traditional lens interchange system, however, here, so it doesn't have the ease of use of the deadbolt system, but still pretty simple. And like I mentioned earlier, a bonus lens does come with this. They also use their scoop ventilation system, which is venting in the lens and in the bottom of the goggle, again, to help prevent fogging. Really solid goggle in the Marshall. Still a classic. Hey, if you're liking this content, but maybe you have additional questions about Spy snow goggles, or perhaps you have prescription needs, be sure to reach out to one of our very friendly and knowledgeable SportRx opticians, because they're eagerly awaiting your call. And for even more Spy snow goggle reviews, unboxings, and prescription snow content, you can check out our videos and our blogs. We'll put a link in the description below. And last but certainly not least, we have the Legacy, and this is the biggest goggle in the lineup. Huge spherical lens, very minimal frame around it. I wouldn't call it frameless, but it is a very low profile bezel. If you are a big-headed guy, this is your goggle. It fits large to extra large. Like the Marshall, the Legacy again uses a spherical lens with that ARC or ARC tech. Huge peripherals. The interchange system on this guy is what they call their lock steady, so it is really quick and easy, fingerprint free. You just have a latch on the one side and then you pull it off and remove it there. Very simple, just with a push of a button. And again, like I said, comes with the bonus lens. I don't know why I said it in the beginning so I didn't have to repeat myself, and then I just repeated myself over and over. But just, I think, end of the day, huge goggle, really amazing. If you like a spherical lens, this is really the way to go. That wraps it up for our top hot picks from Spy for snow goggles. Hopefully you now have a strong contender for your next perfect pair. If you are ready to shop any of these styles, stick around for a moment longer. We'll have an easy to click shop now button. And if you are ready to order again, don't forget about that See Better guarantee. I really think it gives you a ton of peace of mind. And if peace of mind is your thing, us opticians are going to give you peak peace of mind, because we are here to help you get it right the first time. So definitely reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like. You can find relevant videos over here. If you're ready to shop these rad styles, you can click this button right here. If you are ready to consume some more awesome content, you should check us out on our social media outlets. I think you'll like it.